Alrighty, it's all you.
Awesome. Thank you, Haley. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Student Life and Leadership Spring webinar. My name is Jose Rivera Hernandez, and I am the coordinator of student organizations within Student Life and Leadership. And I believe you've all have accepted offers or are going to accept offers or have already accepted offers to be part of Cal State Fullerton. But I just want to welcome you and say that you've made definitely a really great decision. We have so much happening here at Cal State Fullerton, also in terms of just student activities and clubs and organizations. So you definitely, hopefully will feel right at home here at Cal State Fullerton. But with that, let's go ahead and get started with this presentation. And I just want to briefly introduce our team within Student Life and Leadership. So we are the department that oversees over 300 clubs and organizations on campus. We also have a variety of different like programmatic areas that are also engagement opportunities for students. So of course, you know, the amount of activities that we host and offer to students would not be possible with our awesome staff here. So the department is comprised of our director, Elisa Flowers, our associate director, Emily Witt, and of course, we have several other coordinators that are supporting different areas within Student Life and Leadership, as well as our awesome graduate students that also support, you know, these different programmatic areas. So we'll be going over each of these different areas and just the number of ways that you can get involved, you know, within these specific areas. So here are the different areas that we oversee. We, of course, oversee campus activities, which is comprised of our Discover Fest, our Tuffy Awards, and LeadCon events, which are the major events coming out of our department. We also have Fraternity and Sorority Life, which is comprised of organizations that fall within that Fraternity and Sorority Life category. Of course, we also have leadership programs. We have student organizations that represent community service, you know, projects, and of course, other specific projects that come through that specific area. Of course, we also have our student organizations as a whole. I am the coordinator of the organizations, and I basically help them register. I also help them through the new registration process for any new clubs that want to come onto campus. And lastly, we have our sports club. So I'll be going over each of these specific areas just more in detail in the presentation. But let's start with campus activities. So as I mentioned, campus activities consist of Discover Fest, our Tuffy Awards, and our LeadCon. These are the major programs that we have coming out of our office that are really great opportunities for you to connect with organizations, to see what they're all about. And the first one that I want to talk about is our Discover Fest. So if you're not familiar with Discover Fest, it's very similar to, say, like a Club Rush on campus. It's basically our two-day event where we have over 300 clubs and organizations tabling on campus. So this is really the best time for you to go out there and experience all of the clubs that we have. Organizations will be tabling. A lot of them will be searching for new members and really just in recruitment mode. So I definitely encourage you to take advantage of attending Discover Fest. We also have some giveaway items for students, and it's just a really great time for you to in a way, kind of shop around and see what organizations are out there and the ones that you want to, of course, request specific information from. So we actually have our dates scheduled, so do save the dates. Our next Discover Fest events are happening on August 29th and August 30th of the next semester. So again, save the dates. This is a really, really great opportunity for you to connect with organizations on campus and, you know, just request information on how to get involved. The next program that we have is our Tuffy Awards ceremony. So let's say that you joined a student organization this upcoming semester. Tuffy Awards is an opportunity that you're able to attend if you, of course, are part of an organization. It's a recognition ceremony for all our clubs and organizations for the just incredible work that they do throughout the semester. And we're actually hosting our next Tuffy Awards next week on Thursday, which is crazy. It's already, you know, it's May 4th. So time has definitely flown by, but yeah, if you're involved in student organizations, we hope that you can attend Tuffy Awards, and who knows, maybe you are the individual or the organization that is, you know, receiving an award next year. You never know, right? So definitely a really great ceremony to attend for clubs and organizations. And then lastly, for the final programmatic or the final program that we have coming out of our office is LeadCon. So If you are part of an organization, or even if you're not, this is open to you. It is a student leadership conference for organizations, clubs and organizations, I should say. But as I mentioned, it is open to all students. It's not just exclusive to organizations. We have a variety of different workshops for you, such as, learning how to navigate through TitanLink. We also have workshops on event planning, time management. And of course, you are also to request specific, topics that you want discussed. You are able to let us know that feedback, and we most likely may be able to create a workshop for that specific topic. So, LeadCon is definitely a great, conference that we encourage everyone to attend. It is available through Zoom, so it is accessible to everyone that is able to jump on a Zoom and attend a workshop. So yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to LeadCon and just share that as another way for you to get involved on campus, and of course sharpen those leadership skills if you're interested in wanting to join a student organization in the fall. All right, so now let's talk about our community service program. So this is that other programmatic area that I briefly talked about earlier. But this program provides students with opportunities to engage with local community services and programs. So some of those programs consist of Future Titans Read, which is it's an opportunity for you to provide children or to read a story to children, and kind of spend time with them that way. It's a really cool opportunity. We also have something called Tuffy's Friends, which is a program that is dedicated to fostering friendships between CSUF students and individuals with varying disabilities in the surrounding community. So if community service interests you, I definitely encourage you to visit our Student Life and Leadership website, where we have more information on the two programs that I just mentioned. And I believe there's also a third program as well. And of course, we also have student organizations that solely focus on community service, right, and helping with different causes. So I did want to also go over through this program here. And then, of course, we have organizations as a whole, right? We currently have 317 registered clubs on campus. So if you are interested in joining an organization, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but everything is funneled through a website called TitanLink. On that website, you'll be able to search for organizations, break them down by specific categories and interests. And that is really the best way for you to get in contact with a student organization that you find interesting and want to join. That communication happens through TitanLink alone. I mean, you could also, receive information, or if you find out an officer's information or email, you can email them directly. But everything is funneled through TitanLink. So as I mentioned, we have 317 clubs and organizations. And it is a great opportunity if you're wanting to, again, sharpen your leadership skills or learn something new, or just get involved on campus. Aside from attending classrooms, student life. So clubs and organizations are a huge part of that college going experience. So I definitely recommend everyone, if you have the time, if your schedule permits, to join a club and organization, because you're going to learn a lot of skills, organizational skills. You're going to grow personally and professionally as an individual. And who knows, you may, obtain a career out of it. You may find something that you're really interested in, and it turns into a future career just from being part of an organization. So you never know. So that is the area of clubs and organizations. And since I'm on the topic of clubs and organizations, I did want to talk about the process of starting a new club on campus. So let's say that you want to start a club. You're wondering, well, what is required to do that? We have a three-step registration process, which I will go over in the next slide. But the first step really is to assemble the team, right? To assemble your club. So you need at least one president, one treasurer, 3 additional student members, and also a faculty staff advisor. You also need an organization constitution or a club constitution, and just give us more information about what this club is about, why you're starting it. The new org interest form, that is actually not available now. It is only open during the new org registration period, which is November 1st to November 30th. So you won't actually be able to start an organization until next semester in November. But you can start thinking about it now. If you're not finding an organization that is on campus that you're interested in and you want to start your own, now would be a good time to figure out which members you want to have be part of your team, identifying a president, a treasurer, maybe also identifying a faculty staff advisor. So well in advance, you definitely have some time to figure that out if this is the route that you want to take, right? If you want to start a club on campus, this is the first step really in that process. And then also we have, of course, our general registration. So the re-registration is only for organizations that are already active on campus. All organizations need to go through an annual re-registration process, and that happens from May 1st through August 30th, or 31st, I should say. So clubs are going to have to re-register in May or next week, again, which is crazy how time flies. And the process is simple. So it's first submitting a re-registration form in TitanLink. Presidents and treasurers need to meet officer qualifications. And of course, LeadCon attendance is another piece that organizations need to fulfill. So for LeadCon, it's only one member of the organization needs to represent or needs to attend LeadCon and represent that organization. Since all of you are new students, this won't really apply to you, but just wanted to share that information in case you at some point jump into a presidential or an officer role. You will have to complete re-registration for that organization. But yeah, they just wanted to share like the overall process of how this all works. All right, so now jumping to fraternity and sorority life. As I mentioned, we do have these organizations on campus as well. And basically, FSL is comprised of councils and chapters. So these chapters and councils focus on support, education, and engagement. And they also go through 4 pillars of excellence, which consists of brotherhood, sisterhood, service and philanthropy, and leadership and scholarship. So there are also, what also is comprised of FSL are 4 different councils. So there's the IFC, which is the Interfraternity Council, the MGC, which is the Multicultural Greek Council, the NPHC, which is the National Panhellenic Council, and the PHC, which is the Panhellenic Council. So I'm going to actually give a brief summary of each of these in the next couple slides here. So starting with the Interfraternity Council, this IFC represents 3 fraternities and organizations, and the membership size range from 20 to 100 members. IFC exists to promote the shared interests and values of member fraternities, which are leadership, service, brotherhood, and scholarship. And the next council is the MGC, which represents 6 culturally based fraternities and sororities, and membership sizes range from 4 to 30 members. One of the common goals within MGC is to embrace their culture and share it amongst others. So that is one of the other councils that we have here at Cal State Fullerton. The third that I mentioned was the National Panhellenic Council, and this represents 2 fraternities and 1 sorority. This organization is also known as Divine Nine, and the purpose of NPHC at CSUF is to foster cooperative actions of its members in dealing with matters of mutual concern. And lastly, the last council that I mentioned was the Panhellenic Council, or PHC. This represents 6 sororities, and the organizations range in size from 80 to 120 members. The purpose of PHC is to develop and maintain women's fraternity life and interfraternity relations at a high level of accomplishment. The council is also known for promoting scholarship opportunities and sisterhood in individual member organizations and women's fraternities. So this is fraternity and sorority life in a nutshell. We have 4 different councils. So if this is an area that interests you, it is available, and it is a way to definitely get involved. You'll learn a lot of really great skills by joining fraternity and sorority life. And of course, you'll experience that brother and that sisterhood that you so often see at other campuses and at Cal State Fullerton. All right, so the next programmatic area are our leadership programs. So leadership programs provide a variety of leadership development opportunities for students to participate in and grow through. So for example, one way to get involved with leadership programs is to apply to become a project director. Project directors lead or co-lead ongoing service program or projects with the department. So these project directors basically, lead specific programs that are happening within leadership programs. And it's a really great way for you to build up those like management skills, those organizational skills. And of course, if you want to, apply for a job one day, right, or buff up your resume, this is a really great area to display on that. So again, leadership skills, those are gained through the project directors. And we have just some additional opportunities. As I mentioned, those workshops earlier, those are funneled through our leadership programs within Student Life and Leadership. So yeah, leadership programs is a big part of the engagement piece within our department. Awesome. And then lastly, of course, we have our sports clubs. The sports club program provides high quality, structured, competitive, and fun activities that offer participants the opportunity to experience physical, social, and emotional growth in a safe and fun environment. Sports clubs are also formed, developed, and governed and administered by their student membership. So these clubs, just to let you know, are completely student run, all of them, right? Yeah, whether it's a sports club, whether it's fraternity and sorority life, whether it's community service, these are all run by the students, which is really cool. Again, you're really building those leadership skills, being part of a club and organization. Another cool thing with sports clubs is that they do compete with other universities and colleges. You are also able to participate in tournaments. So even though it is not the college's official like sports team, it really does feel like it is, because you do travel, you do compete against other schools, you are part of different leagues that offer that are basically for sports clubs at the recreational level. So that is something really cool that you don't really see too often, outside of the CSU system. But yeah, sports clubs is a really great opportunity for you if you're not really wanting to join like the college team, but you love to play your specific sport and you want to get involved. And here's also a list of the current active organizations that we have here on campus, the active sports clubs. All right, so I believe I'm getting close to the end here, but I did want to talk a little bit more about Titan Link. So as I mentioned, Titan Link is the website where we have all of our clubs and organizations on campus, all the active ones that are on campus. So if you ever want to request information or you're just wanting to explore the organization page, this is where you would go. You all should have access to search clubs and organizations on this website. But I don't think you're able to actually sign in until you've received a student email and you have those credentials. And it'll be the same sign-in information, with anything, right? Your student email and your student password should let you access Titan Link even further. But I believe you are still able to just search organizations now and kind of see what's out there. So as I mentioned, you can search organizations, you can break them up by category. So for example, here I have the category in outdoors, and it gave me a list of organizations that are very similar to like outdoors recreational activities. So that's a really cool tool that you can use now to kind of see what's out there, what organizations are currently active and you are potentially interested in. Another great thing about Titan Link is that all the events from clubs and orgs are housed here within this system as well. So again, you can go and search for events. You can search for things that are happening tomorrow, this weekend, also online. So everything is just housed through the system here. So again, Titan Link is a one-stop shop for clubs and organizations. So if you want to research organizations, contact them directly, maybe ask them about membership now, you are able to do so. You can get to Titan Link by visiting fullerton.edu/Titanlink. So yeah, definitely a really great resource. So I think I am getting close to the end of presentation, but I did want to just give you a recap of everything that I've talked about today with a very short video. This video was actually created by one of our graphic design students within the department. So, huge shout out to this person. But let me see if you all can hear it. Hopefully you can hear the audio. Can you all hear that? thumbs up if you can hear it. If you can't, thumbs down. Oh, can you all hear that or?
Sorry, Jose. Yeah, we can't hear that one.
Oh,
yeah.
You can't? Okay, give me just a sec.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I need to share with audio.
Oh, yeah.
Give me just a sec here. Share screen, advance, computer audio. Okay, so it should work now. Fingers crossed. Let's see.
Mm-mm.
Can you all hear that?
No.
I
know.
Let's see. Sorry, let me try one more time.
Yeah, you're okay. If not, we can always like put it, if you have like a link to it too, we can always put it in the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to do that.
Let's see. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pause there in case you want to scan those QR codes. But yeah, this first QR code is to our website at Student Life and Leadership. So fullerton.edu/SLL. And that middle one is to our Titan Link website as well. And of course, we are very active on our social media. So that'll be like the last QR code that you can scan. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video because it provides a really great visual to everything that I've talked about today. So yeah, definitely, hopefully you are able to find an organization that, you want to join, or if you can always start your own. There's definitely many ways to build community here at Cal State Fullerton. So I believe, yeah, so just want to reshare these resources, Titan Link news articles. We are very active on Titan Link and are always posting information about things that are happening, such as Discoverfest, free registration, Tuffy Awards, LeadCon, you name it, we'll most likely have an article about it in Titan Link. We are also very active on our YouTube channel and of course our social media. So do give us a follow to, stay up to date with everything that's going on within the department. And I believe, yeah, that is my last slide. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here to learn about student life and leadership and just the many ways that you can get involved. I think I have time for questions, plenty of time for questions. So yeah, happy to take those now.